Yes, always wait for that 10 so that YouTube doesn't cut you off. Hello, folks. Welcome. If you're watching this after the fact, this is the Battlefront Livestream podcast, as I call it. Podcast, more like a vodcast, because much more something based on discussion than on the game itself per se. Did some live streams for Battlefront 2 a couple of days ago, just prior to the launch, because Amazon happened to provide it to me a day early. Then did none on launch day. That was kind of derailed by a car accident. And my thanks to those who've expressed their concerns. I'm good. I'm fine. Car sucks, but I'm fine. And then now we're on the day after launch day, and I did a stream just a little bit ago that wrapped up, and we did some Galactic Assault and whatnot, finished out a career challenge with the timed challenges, and got a little bit back into the campaign. So I promised the folks who were on that stream that I would jump back in here a few minutes later by about 5:50 Eastern Time so that we could check out a little bit more, and that I said I would start with the next of the story missions, basically here. So, for those who haven't played yet, just as a heads up, hello again, Sean. One of the things that I actually haven't done yet but could have done a while ago and actually was about to do on the last stream but didn't, because I actually went to the screen and didn't, is unlocking Vader. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock that now, because I haven't unlocked any characters with actually paying to unlock them with credits yet, so I'm kind of curious what it looks like when you unlock them, if it's something special. Probably not. Alright, so here we go. Oh. Unlock? Darth Vader's high survivability and powerful force powers enable him to stand on the front lines and slowly advance on his enemies. Class card level is Zilch. It's either him or Luke, and I actually think his abilities are probably going to be cooler, so I'll go with Vader. Ta-da! And now I've got Vader! And no star cards for him whatsoever. So I've got Focused Rage, Lightsaber Throw, and Choke, but I won't be able to open up much of the way of cards until I get to at least card level 5, and I don't have any of his cards, so I'm going to need some hero thingamabobs, hero crates. But, okay, I think that's what I'm going to do, is I'm just going to slowly work my way through unlocking the characters before I really mess around with crates much. Probably. Unless I spend some real money on some crystals to do the loot crates and do a stream with give you a chance to see kind of how they open, what the odds are and stuff like that. Haven't decided that yet, now that we're dealing with the car replacement cost coming soon, but that shouldn't be much out of my pocket, so that should be more out of the person who pulled out and caused the thing. Alright, so we're going to jump into the campaign, and as I mentioned in the previous stream, I actually got as far as the Battle of Jakku last night. I got back and just kind of kept plowing through just to sort of ease the tension out of my system after the wreck. So what I've done here is I've just gone back to the second mission after the prologue, or the first mission after the prologue, the second mission of the game, and we're jumping back into that here. For cards equipped, for those who are curious, for those who weren't checking out the last stream, I've got Survivalist, Cooldown Bonus, and Detonite Charge as the ones that I'm using. I do not have Heal unlocked yet, but the other stuff is all unlocked. She's got Bodyguard, which means you take reduced damage from explosives and toxins. You've got Health Regeneration Delay being shorter than normal, which is Survivalist, which I have equipped. You have Brawler, where you defeat an enemy in melee combat, your abilities refresh and you gain a small amount of health. And then a cooldown bonus means all your abilities have a shorter recharge time. I am using that one. You can replace your impact grenade with a flash grenade, which is what it sounds like. A disruption ability, which is like almost like an EMP kind of thing. But you don't throw it, you just activate it. You can also replace it with a thermal detonator. I don't really see much of a difference, except for timing. And then you've got, if you want to replace Scan, you can replace that with a Shield, which works similar to the Shield in the original Battlefront game. That's where Heal will come in. I tend to like Scan, so I keep it. If you want to replace your Pulse Cannon, you can replace it with either of the Vanguards. What Vanguard is basically, it's like it gives you a shotgun type of weapon, because it's meant to be you running in front of everybody else and taking it to the enemy and shooting them. And how you do that, and what bonuses you get out of that depends on which Vanguard card you're using. So like Kill Streak Vanguard, basically you've got the you activate it and you get the little shotgun thing for a limited amount of time, but every kill extends the time of being able to do that. So if you're just charging through and using it, great. You can keep going with that. Whereas recharge, basically, if you defeat an enemy while you got it active, all of your other abilities that may be in the process of refreshing immediately go back to available. So, I mean, I'm not a big fan of either, but I'm actually not a big fan of the pulse cannon either, except for going up against things like ATSTs and whatnot. So survival is cooldown bonus and detonate charge for me. Oh yeah, detonate charge is the other one you can replace your impact grenade with. That's the one that you throw, it can stick to something, or just throw it and it lands in front of you. Press the button again and it explodes. And you notice there it's selected there in yellow. And we can see the ability details and all that kind of stuff if we press it. You can also just hit the up button on the D-pad during the game. And I'm using the A280 CFE, which is a sniper type blaster, because I tend to like the sniper rifle. I tend to play it mid-range, as I said last time. All right, let's go. Start mission. Sean, I have not. I've not seen Thor 3 yet. I heard it's really, really good. God, I hope so after Hor 2? No, Thor 2. Because Thor 2 was not a favorite. I barely even remember anything of it. I remember some crazy shit of like a black hole-ish type thing that, like, what is it? Like, you fall, like, it goes through and then falls from the sky or something. I remember almost nothing about that film. In fact, I probably remember more about the aftermath episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. tied into that film than the movie itself, which is pretty bad. Sorry, checking. My classroom. It's on a computer. All right. So the controls are tricky.
It's the reason we've been fighting so long.
We tried to make them afraid. We
only made them angry. And you wouldn't like them when they're angry? Whee!
I never stopped believing it.
No, rebellions are built on hope.
The Empire will change.
Somebody gave you the wrong H word.
Just like it did when they destroyed the first Death Star. We adapt or die.
All right, so basically what you got here is your right stick is your left, right, up, down. Your left stick is whoa! Hello, hello, and there we go.
Get the rendezvous coordinates from the Admiral.
Yeah, come on. Your left stick forward and back is going to be your throttle, but then your left stick left and right is your rotation, which is kind of a tricky thing. Seriously, did I just get... I was like... This is where I actually first started dying because I kept hitting pieces of debris and exploding. I'll probably do it again. But I got a little bit better handle on the flying now than I did last night. And you can jump inside the cockpit, but oh hell no when it's not VR.
Commander, I'm picking up quite a few ship signals outside the debris field.
Any of them Imperial?
Not many. They've either retreated or been destroyed.
What about the Admiral Star Destroyer?
Yeah, and if you fly down by where he was,
it appears to be fully functional.
There's an electrical charge that blows you up.
Alone on the Corvus. We might actually make it out of this alive.
Man, that whole mission location thing is annoying. When you're flying, at least. So follow him in his tie that seems like it's damaged. And oh no, it's something.
We're approaching the Corvus. What's the status on the engines?
Ion injector systems at 60%. I'm diverting shield power to reignite the engine systems. Commander, fighters inbound.
So that is Detective Quentin Lance from Arrow, who is playing Gideon Hask there. I think it is... Well, no. All these things I want to say, but I don't want to spoil the story for people who haven't played it yet. So I'll address those things whenever the time comes in the story. Again, you're, at least on this particular mode, I go with the easiest mode first just so I can see the... Boom! Dead! See the story. Your ship can take a bit of a beating. But by God, playing in this debris field, I'm gonna die repeatedly. I can pretty much guarantee that. It happened last time. It'll happen this time. There's the Corvus, their Imperial Raider.
At 60%. I'm diverting shield power to reignite the engine systems. Commander, fighters inbound.
I liked Elite Squadron, though I found it annoying that in order to get the entire story, you had to play it on DS and PSP because there were story elements that were simply not in one or the other. Made for an interesting challenge for the Star Wars Timeline Gold, and kind of fun in that sense, but who wants to buy 2 versions of a game to be able to get the whole frickin' story? Damn you! I'm trying to kill you. There. Please oblige me. So you're trying to go after the bombers so they can't destroy the Corvus. And I do like the fact that they've got the lead thing now. Shit. You can't see well enough for me to... I'm worried about turning into something again. Your Corvus... sorry, Corvus. Your lead reticle is a lot more like Eve Valkyrie. So you kind of, if you aim for the lead, it's telling you where your blast is actually going to end up. As opposed to shooting and then it turns out that by the time the blast gets there, the enemy's already gone. Cool. I haven't seen... my wife and I will probably go see Justice League sometime soon, but it probably won't be this weekend, I don't think. I think she works this weekend. We'll probably see it sometime over the Thanksgiving break, though. One of the only times a year where I totally unplug from our online program. Because we're actually told, you know, we know that we're getting close to the end of a semester and you want to help the kids, but you've got to take a break for your own mental health at some point. So this is one of the times of the year we're going to flat out tell you, do not work. All right. Oh, shit. Come on. He's too close. We're too close. And I'm going as slow as I can. Ah, screw it. Going as slow as I can. I couldn't get out from underneath the guy. That's what Kevin Spacey said! Sorry. What? Does this feel more like fighter combat before or after they totally screwed up a year ago in Battlefront 1? It feels like... I mean, it doesn't really feel like Battlefront Starfighter combat, to be honest with you. It feels more like Eve Valkyrie outside the cockpit. Which, of course, you can't do in Eve Valkyrie, but that's... just what I'm saying as a comparison, man.
I'm right behind you.
Nope, you're not right behind him.
Your ship to retreat. Then join me on the Eviscerator.
Oh.
Sir?
Classified orders, Commander. I will brief you.
Yes, Dad.
Yes, Admiral. Inferno Squad. The Admiral and I will rendezvous with you later.
Oh, shit. You gotta be kidding me. He said to go to the Star Destroyer. I know I'm about to go to the Star Destroyer. Can I just freaking go to the Star Destroyer without you telling me I'm out of bounds? Do I think anything is recycled from the first Death Star and do fascists recycle? I don't know. Maybe. The Eviscerator.
You wish to see me, sir?
Dad.
Approach.
It must be Fondor through the window.
The Emperor is dead.
So what happens now?
We retaliate, Commander. The Empire will assault the very foundation of the rebels' pathetic belief in themselves. Tell me, Aiden, what is the source of their belief?
Hope.
Of course, because they're milking hope for all it's worth in Star Wars now.
This
awesome.
messenger's presence is a great honor, one I choose to share with my
The Sentinel, as introduced in Shattered Empire, and appearing in things like the Aftermath trilogy. Nice connection.
Admiral Versio, Operation Cinder is to begin at once. Resistance,
Operation Cinder from Shattered Empire.
Defiance. These are
No, it's not Vardos, I don't think, yet.
cannot be allowed to persist.
I don't think so.
You are but one of many
They were just at
tools by
Fondor.
which these ideas ideas shall be burned away.
I believe.
Heed my messenger. He shall relay you to your target.
Operation Cinder is the last command of our Emperor, and the first step in securing our future.
The last command? I thought the last command was, "You will kill Luke Skywalker." Oh, wrong continuity, my bad.
That information can wait. For now. Here are our next assignments. They are unusual. But these are unusual times.
Oh, maybe it is.
Go, Commander. Do what you do best.
Okay, so maybe it is. I don't know. I mean, it's the right color to be Vardos, from what we see later. It seems like a long way for them to go before they have that conversation, though.
In preparation for Operation Cinder, we've been ordered to the Fondor shipyards.
Oh.
Agent Hask,
Now they're going to
you and I
Fondor.
will retrieve experimental satellites for the Star Destroyer Dauntless and oversee security from Moff
Isn't the
Wraith.
Dauntless a Star
Agent
Destroyer that
Nico,
was
you
originally
have the Dauntless.
over Jeddah City in Rogue One? So, yet another connection. Fondor Shipyard, something that's been around since the days of the West End Games RPG. The Imperial Raider, of course, is a ship that was designed to be an equivalent of a Corellian Corvette for the
Good work.
X-Wing miniatures game.
Moff Wraith has informed the Admiral that Operation Cinder could proceed as planned.
Moff Wraith, I don't remember for some reason. R-A-Y-T-H-E? For some reason, that's not ringing the bell, but I'm sure we've heard it before. Ah! It's a lumpy ship! It's a lumpy ship! That means fish people!
What's the plan, Commander?
Keep this Star Destroyer safe. The rebels can't learn about Operation Cinder.
And people who've been griping about, well, in Battlefront, in the new Battlefront games, you're not able to just go from, like, flying to land on a ship and go on a mission inside the ship and then fly back out again. This is the answer to that, because yes, you will.
Agent Miko, engage those rebel ships.
Yes,
I
Commander.
love. This is a
Corvus
different.
on the move.
Notice that this TIE fighter has slightly different abilities than the other. I'm trying to remember how to. There we go. This TIE fighter has slightly different abilities than the other TIE fighter I was just in, but it also has that weird red circle on the back. Boom!
Blockade runner destroyed.
Gotta love the
This is Moff Wraith.
fact that
Rebel
Starfighter
iron cannons
mode
have disabled the Dauntless.
is actually
I see numerous rebel transports headed for the
both in
Dauntless.
story and in the game. It's objective based
They
now.
plan to hijack my ship. Annihilate them before they reach me. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fighters, form up on those rebel transports. Stop them from boarding the Dauntless and I'll take them down. Engaging enemy transport.
Destroy that U-Wing.
Taking evasive
Who
action.
killed JR?
Destroy
Right,
it
Ewing.
before it has a chance to
Yeah,
board.
I'm old. It's where the rebel attacked Fondor like 5 days later. I actually say that one of the things... I would swear that this attack on Fondor is mentioned somewhere else, but I'm not sure where it's mentioned. Like one of the coolest parts of... Well, no, again, I don't want to spoil for people who haven't seen it. But hopefully with the live streams, we'll get through quite a bit of the game tonight. I'm just not sure if my wife is planning on the plans that she was going to do last night before the wreck,
Take down those ships.
that she canceled in order to
That's all of them.
come back here with me.
Dauntless needs to restore power. Let's take out
If
those
she
rebel
does
iron
those tonight
cannons.
instead, then
Yes,
I'll just do
Commander.
more streaming tonight,
We
because
shall
I'll be
decimate the rebels.
home alone,
Due
like
respect,
Macaulay
sir.
Culkin.
Once your systems are online, you should flee the system with the satellites.
Like a coward? Absolutely not.
Yes, exactly like a
Agent
coward.
Hask, enemy fighters closing in.
Jackass. Unlock something real quick. There we go. That's right. He can operate a school system at the same same time.
Commander, I picked up a tail. Enemy fighter at .17.
On my way.
It has a tail.
Clear shot.
I'll lead him inside the
How's that
station.
for a old callback? That was I don't even remember what that was. That was like Cecil the dragon or some shit. It has a tail. If you're not interested in multiplayer at all, then there actually are some decent single-player modes. So I would say it'd be worth the money if you wait until there's a little bit of a price drop. I'm not sure. I mean, it depends on how much you're just dying for the game. Or like you're dying for a new Star Wars story in a game. I mean, it's a fun story, but God, it's got some cliches in it, and it takes a turn that I would argue, again, completely undermines the way they advertise it.
He's still on me.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to you, except you're on the other side of the ship, jackass. Where's he at? Where's the guy that's on your butt? Good Lord, there he is. Yeah, you're fine, you're fine.
Thanks for the assist, Commander.
Stop whining.
Take out those rebel ion cannons.
I know you're about to die, but stop whining.
Clear, Commander.
Wait,
Get
what?
to that hangar.
I'm boarding the enemy ship. Agent Hask, join me inside.
I have
when
not.
give the order.
Kenny, I've not
Until
seen
then,
enough.
cover
Any of the Fright
gauntlet.
Nights, actually.
Yes,
Yes, see,
Commander.
now this is where everybody's like, oh my God, it's like the original Battlefront. Because you do actually have to board the rebel ship to carry out the next part of your mission. Just gotta get in there quick. Now, it does stop you there and it automatically takes you in, but then before you even land, you gotta clear some space here. Die, die, rebels, die, die. That was all she wrote. Again, bad Mr. Big reference. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, I mean, attacking Fondor, I would swear that's mentioned somewhere, but heck if I could remember where it was mentioned. New weapon, the TL-80. Not a big fan of this one. This is one that was in the original Battlefront. And love the graphical aspects here. It's that fast-moving shot, but then it's also got like that little pulsey thingy. Like the opposite of Poe and Finn escaping, right? Because now I'm trying to get inside the ship. I love the fact, though, that as you're fighting, if a door is open, you can shoot the door controls and slam the door shut on them. That is awesome.
Slice the door.
Okay, that was the what I just used there. I thought I was going to use the detonite charge and had not realized that it had automatically changed it on me. That L1 there is the thing that shuts down like technology and whatnot, the little EMP-ish. Why are you running from me? All I want to do is kill you. See, I don't know. I would argue that it could be... You could think of it as soon before because of resources or taking advantage of the confusion. You know?
Scan ahead.
There we go. Oh, and she's got one of the Vanguard things after. So this is the Vanguard thing. It's basically run forward and destroy shit with a shotgun and extend the duration with each kill.
In the weapons bay.
Copy that. I'm on my way to you now.
Ah! Oh, crapola! Alright, I'll switch to something else and get the hell out of the way. Okay, we're going back through the door here for a second to regroup. Woo! Don't like this gun because every time I try to zoom in to aim with it, that's not a zoom, it's the secondary fire. And I am someone who tends to usually play by zooming in and killing the enemy. Jeez. Hello? Say hello to my little friend.
Scan.
Blaster turret. Notice that when you reload, you've got the blue area that gives you sort of a bonus, it looks like, or at least makes it faster. Kylo Ren's character up might be The Last Jedi. I'm hoping it's something that's not predictable. Thoughts on Western Game Star Wars? It was a classic. I loved it. I liked it better than the eventual stuff we got from Wizards of the Coast, but I don't think any of them can hold a candle to the dice mechanics and the story dice structure that Fantasy Flight has developed. I love the idea of dice that specifically help push the path of the story and force the GM to be creative. They won't even... And Rebels are so just bootlegging what they do. They won't even provide you with actual sprite. It's friggin' Slice.
That'll shut down the cannons.
Commander, I'm here.
Keep me covered. Once that cooling cell is exposed,
Let's drop that turret right here.
Understood.
And then let's kill him right here.
Enemy trooper.
I like the fact that they brought back the blue Twi'lek lady that you could play as in the original. Okay, so where are they shooting me from? Where are they shooting from? Come on, come on, come on. Alright, so that console is going to basically bring down that, and then I shoot that and blow it up. And then they do it again, and then they kind of do it again.
Are you alright?
Really?
Never
Interesting.
better.
I just find that in... It's interesting to have dice that actually help drive the idea of creativity. Because depending on how much your GM is going to think on their feet, you may wind up with a fairly straightforward campaign, and that sort of forces interesting twists and turns, you know?
More Russians coming in.
We're going to stick this right there.
Enemy with heavy weapons.
Yeah, see, they just called it out again. Enemy with heavy weapon. Like, am I really that much of a threat when I'm a heavy in the regular game? Because I sure don't feel like it. Or in the multiplayer, I do not feel like it. Whoa, I'm gonna die. Oh, I was thinking I was gonna die? Yep, because I didn't know that guy was there. And I walked right into him. But I get to change out my hit, so I'm not using stupid disruption. My survivalist back. Nope, not brawler. My cooldown bonus back. And get my detonite charge back. And get my weapon that I don't think sucks back. There we go.
We need to hit that cooling cell.
Let's see. Do I have a lot of home videos from when I was younger? Now, that I burnt? Oh, you mean like old VHS tapes and stuff that I've digitized? I've digitized most of my old VHS stuff that I still own, but I haven't burned them to DVD. They're just on an external drive. I'm playing on whatever the easiest difficulty is, Nathan, because I'm more trying to see the story than anything else. Oh yeah, it's got to slice first. Well, oh, I don't have the turret. I need to go get a turret. Forgot. Come on, select it. Damn, I despise the selecting reticle on this freaking game. Of all the things to complain about, but it shows up a lot. And I hate it. Gee, that blaster turret was working well. The guy was standing right by it and it didn't do a damn thing. You're going to have to explain what you mean by that, because I have no idea what you're talking about, Senator. Okay, there we go.
We need to hit that cooling cell.
That's what happens when I'm distracted. When I'm not distracted, I was just blowing through it, and it was the frickin' whatchamacallit, platforming that was killing me. You know what? How's about right here, you jerkweeds? Oh, can't deploy. Can't deploy. Deploy! Alright, so if I'm going to be using my friggin' sniper rifle, I might as well just scoot back and smoke some scum. Well, don't you do that. You need to be up there to defend it if I'm not up there defending it. You jerkweed. Okay, yeah, so that is the one that I wanted. Get down! Yeah, it does seem like there's a balancing issue every once in a while, yeah. And Kenny, yeah, I've actually got that one. The Ewoks join the fight, and Planet of the Hoojibs, and Droid World, which I didn't know until probably the 90s were based on Marvel Comics. Shoot him!
Ion cannon ready for detonation, Commander.
Just in case there's anyone else still down there. Love that scream sound.
I have an idea for the last one.
And this one I just blow up with an explosive. The visceral thing sucks that they either you can call it canceling or they're retooling to the point where it might as well be.
Good.
That's
I'm planting an explosive.
horrible.
When that bomb goes off?
Hungarian Star Wars novels? No. And boom!
Exactly as planned.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Bullshit.
Is this part of the plan?
Grab onto something! Droid, the shield!
Run!
Come on, droid!
Yeah. Bonk. I think the Lando level's pretty decent. I mean, the Lando banter is awesome. The Lando level is okay, but the Lando banter is outstanding. But we're not there yet, and we're trying not to spoil too much for people.
Destroy the control source keeping me in place.
Sir, my orders are to protect the satellites, not attack an Imperial station.
Do not question my authority, Commander Versio.
Respect my authority!
Station, protect the satellites.
Her dad is
Those are your
basically
new orders.
fucking Cartman.
Yes, sir. Agent Hack, prepare for an attack run on the Fondor Station control tower. We can also disengage the clamps and destroy the docking arm. Those are our power sources.
Oh, that didn't work. I clicked the button thinking that what it did was it allowed me to fire rapid fire. What it did was it made it automatically fire rapid fire. Will Lando be? Yeah, Lando will of course be in this. I mean, it's Donald. It's whatever that guy his name is. Glover, the dude that played the guy that was buying the weapons and then got his hand stuck to his car by Spider-Man in Homecoming. That's Lando.
Good. The rebels must not learn about our intentions with Operation Cinder.
What are our intentions, sir?
As opposed to Operation
Now,
Sindel.
more than ever, power is the only path to peace. Admiral Versio will cleanse the galaxy, Commander, to remind them who is truly in control.
Oh, sorry, it's not his dad. It's Wraith that's saying that. So Wraith is the one that's more Cartman. Although her dad comes close.
You know, if we could disable their cruiser, we could learn quite a bit from our enemy.
The rebels have nothing to teach us. If we adopt their weakness, we fail.
Yeah.
Quite right, Agent Task. Order cannot
Yeah,
exist.
if we adopt their weakness, we will lose. Even though they just took out a second fucking Death Star on us. Don't learn from your enemies.
The satellites are one step closer to safety.
Where will we deploy these satellites, sir?
Stop wasting time on questions, Commander.
Release my
Release
ship.
my ship.
Who is the person playing Leia? Is it the same person as in Forces of Destiny? Because it doesn't seem like it's the same person in Forces of Destiny, because Forces of Destiny's Leia is god-awful. I have not seen Split, but I actually want to, because I did enjoy Unbreakable, now that I know that they're connected. Come on! Seriously?
Take out the clamp controls.
Shut up!
The Dauntless is free.
Whee! Okay, don't worry. That's not familiar to me.
Marvelous work today, Commander. Your father will be proud.
That's good. The Corvus. But yeah, that is their headquarters. It moves around.
Satellites for Operation Cinder have been delivered to Admiral Versio. Our next mission is equally important. Inferno has clearance to access one of the Emperor's classified observatories buried
Observatories,
on the planet Killia.
like the Aftermath
It contains
trilogy.
dangerous artifacts our enemies could use against the galaxy. The observatory is protected by a mantle defense system. Agent Miko, we need
And
your
now
technical
it's
expertise
the next
to disable
level
it.
is just weird.
Take what you need for an expedition, locate and destroy the observatory.
Yeah, I can't think of a specific, but usually ordering something like, that winds up being library binding as opposed to regular binding or something like that, usually if I'm looking for books. Could it be?
If the Empire's here, what I sensed was true. There must be something special about this place. You stay here, R2. The scanners probably spotted us.
Okay. So yes, what's going to happen is you will reach certain points in the story where you do get to play as heroes during the story. You will play as Luke, you will play as Han, you will play as Lando, and so on, which gives you a chance to play with them outside of the heroes modes or buying them with battle points during a mission. So Luke's got a push, fairly limited range, but a push. Repulse, which is basically smack the ground and blah. And then a rush, which is he uses the Force to enhance his speed and quickly move in any direction. It looks like he's zipping forward to slash somebody, but usually that doesn't actually kill a dang thing. Luke's X-Wing, and he jumps! Whee! Okay. And by the way, you cannot go into first-person mode when playing as a hero, which is the same as the previous Battlefront, I believe. Alright, so let's just look around here. Again, it takes a second before the actual reticle works. Do like I do last night when I first played this level. Yeah.
Why are we waiting here?
What's up? Now, if this is exactly the way that lightsaber deflection worked in the first game, then I was a dumbass because I never used it like this. But you are able to really accurately aim your lightsaber deflection. It didn't seem like it was this accurate when you were using it in the original Battlefront. I mean, maybe perhaps I am remembering incorrectly. I will tell you one thing that's pretty cool about this game. Yeah, gamers not big on Battlefront 1. And we tore a lot. I think we were pretty fair in our coverage on Cloud City Casino, Star Wars gaming podcast at StarWarsReport.com that I host with Michael Morris. Boom! But yeah, it was pretty bad. But oh shoot, my brain just completely blanked on what I was about to say. So I guess I'll have to come back to that then. Oh, the was it that? I don't freaking remember what I was about to say. Whee! Hello! Boom!
It looks like the Empire is searching for something too.
I'm gonna get to the end of this level and find out that it's the last of the Horcruxes or some shit. Yeah, I really do dig the blaster deflection and how accurate it is. Because in the first one, it didn't feel like it did much. It did very well. And you really need the blaster deflection for these jet troopers. Since Luke can't throw his lightsaber. For some damn reason. And push doesn't really work against them very well. I get up here so I can get the drop on some of them when they land, but he won't jump while he's trying to walk up the slope. Fine, fine, we'll do it your way. Let's go, and don't forget the droids. We're on our way. Don't you hate it whenever there's like music cues that are so specifically tied into a specific scene in the movie that it's hard for you to see them and not think of that scene and be taken out of what you're actually watching? Come on, you big dope. Thank you, someone who shot at me and allowed me to blast him. Did I see Ghostbusters 2016? Yes. I endured Ghostbusters 2016. I said, wow, how is that music at all appropriate for what's happening right now? Ow, my eyes! Killed him. Come on. Come on. Next. Riot Trooper. You're so funny. My favorite outfit of Luke's is not in the films. It was the one he was wearing for a lot of the immediate post-Return of the Jedi stuff in the old Marvel series. It's like a white with like brownish shoulder pads and stuff. I always really liked that Luke outfit for some reason. It was the way I pictured him a lot of times when I was reading Legends novels. Oh, just, yeah. Yeah, I did. Die! Don't let him near the cave. If that's a euphemism, we could be talking about Harvey Weinstein. You know. Whee! Hello! Alright, not as limited a range as I'm used to. Come on! Yep. Yes, Luke's face is pretty messed up in this game, I gotta admit. It doesn't quite look like him. It's like Clayface was tasked with emulating Luke. Oh, how can I can hit them way over there from far away, but there's one guy there. This isn't what I wanted. I didn't want to kill you. But since you tried to kill me, screw you all!
There's something down here.
The lighting is great in this game, I've noticed. Though when you're on Bespin, there'll be points where you're standing on vents of like the orangish light underneath you, and the lighting is fantastic. And what Luke just said, something is calling Luke here. Oh, good, it's creatures.
Looks like I'm not the only one who wishes the Empire wasn't here.
Clever girl! And that time it worked just fine. I will kill you until you die from it. See, that time zipping by actually made sense. Oh, that's what you're gonna do? Whee! You don't actually have to use that repulse, I just chose to use it. Dell!
Hello? Can anyone hear me?
I haven't seen it.
I heard you call out. Sounded like you needed help.
Yeah, I do. You think you can get me out of this?
Hold still.
Yeah. And this, I gotta admit, of the changes that happen, of the character development in this story, I love the stuff like this.
Because you asked.
Because it's so natural to the characters, and yet draws such a distinction between Imperial and Rebel, or Imperial and New Republic. And then you get shit like, kill all the little monster things and guard your companion while you do! That's just so video game cliche that it's ridiculous. But the character moments are great. Oh! Okay, he's dead. This is real life, he's fucking dead. I'm just saying. Why does moving the rocks sound like an engine, Luke? Why?
I've heard 100 stories about the Jedi. They terrified me as a boy on Coruscant, but you...
And he gives him the freaking gun back.
We need to work together if we're gonna get out of here.
Del was not my favorite in the novel, but I actually really like Del.
Looking for something.
Found someone you have, I would say. Let's see, real quickly. Disney buying Fox Entertainment IP. If they do, they then have the distribution rights to A New Hope, which is with Fox in perpetuity, and to the other Lucas live action films that would have rested with Fox until 2020. Will they put out unspecial editions? Lucasfilm has said no, they're not going to, regardless of who the distributor is, but I think given enough time, we'll eventually see it, sure. As for when we're going to place this after... Oh, how many days after Return of the Jedi? Days, I couldn't tell you. Particularly given the fact that we've got other stories happening around it, like Shattered Empire and Aftermath.
It seems the Force has brought us together.
What a stroke of luck.
There's always more to it than luck.
One, I like the there's always more to it than luck.
Is that what got you past my men, or was it the lightsaber carry?
I'm sorry.
But now I'm thinking, the Force is what brought us together.
They didn't give me a choice.
Luke gets back and finds that he's facing allegations as well. Hello, Demolition. Oh, goody, more bugs!
Yeah, I don't have much of a choice.
Why is this gonna be another bug hunt? There's some reason why they had to go with this particular video game cliche.
Why are these things attacking us?
Because it's a video game.
They're invading their home. That amber. It's like concrete.
It hardens almost on contact.
It shatters on contact, too. It's here.
We're getting close to the Emperor's observatory.
So that's why you're here.
Don't worry. I'm here to destroy it.
Well, that's good.
Hold on. The observatory is protected. I'm going to disarm the defense system. The entire capital is...
Of course. And let me guess, I gotta protect you while you do, right?
It's covered in the amber.
No, it's not. I got ahead of your line.
How's that?
Better. The defense system activated. The clock is officially ticking.
Woo.
I think we're waking up the bugs.
Your defense
Of course we're waking up the bugs. It's a video game and we got stupid ass little bugs. And I gotta protect somebody, so of course they're coming out of the woodwork. Del, did you not play video games as a child?
These bugs are very unhappy.
Possibly because I'm chopping them up. Or because they're, you know, bugs. Even the bugs are like, we are so not liking how cliche we are used. We are going to contact our bug union. And you will be hearing from our lawyers.
Help!
What do you mean, help? Are there more of them out there? Now there are, but I killed all the ones that were after you before. Why are you calling for help? And why are you not working? I do like the fact that Luke basically has a ground pound kind of move. How are the graphics on Battlefront 2? Actually, they are quite awesome, except the bugs. And a couple times when you switch into Aiden from a cutscene. It's interesting, most of the characters will actually, if you're playing as them and they have dialogue in a scene like this, and you look at their faces, they will actually have their lips moving, but Aiden doesn't do that. Not that I've seen at all, which is weird. Alright, let's get this over with.
Thanks. I'm on it.
Yeah.
4 minutes before the system explodes.
Okay. Whee! 4 minutes before the system goes kablooey.
I'd say we're both lucky.
Yeah, because in theory Luke wouldn't have known whatever it is that Del is doing, I guess. I am one with the Force. All life is precious. Oh, fuck bugs! Just saying. They're defending their home. Oh, fucking well! Die!
We've got 3 minutes before the system explodes.
Okay. I appreciate you introducing a ticking clock into the situation. To add to the tension as I'm doing nothing but walking around in circles, slashing bugs, and using my powers against them as if that is entertaining. I mean, I think this is not a bad story in this game. I actually really enjoy the story, but it's the cliches that get it, and they're not only cliches in stories. Some of them are cliches in game mechanics, stuff like this, but not often, thankfully.
Where are you going?
Okay.
Whatever's inside these doors, those bugs don't like it. There's nothing on this thing. How am I supposed to open it?
With a key.
Yeah, he just pissed off all the Lothwolves. We're in here. So this observatory is open with the Force.
Why would the Emperor have a vault that can only be opened using the Force?
Why do you think?
I love this.
You're telling me the man who destroyed the Jedi Order was secretly one of them?
No. I'm telling you that as a boy on Coruscant, you were frightened of the wrong thing.
I love that exchange. I don't know why. I guess it's just the different way that they've handled Palpatine in canon versus Legends, and the emphasis there, and the political machinations that go into that.
Junk.
Yeah, well, choose wisely, or you're going to turn into a skeleton or some shit.
Not all of it.
Okay, now they haven't said what that is.
I'd like to keep this compass, if you don't
Other
mind.
than him calling it a compass.
My mission is to destroy this place. Why would I let you do that?
Because I asked.
I'm pretty sure that's what he's going to use to find the Jedi Temple on Ach-2. That we're going to see that in The Last Jedi, as this is how I found the first Jedi Temple.
Wouldn't you say the Empire's done enough damage to innocent worlds?
Oh, wait, different music cue.
I'm glad we were brought together, Del.
Yes, epic.
So what happens now? We both walk off in separate directions and pretend like this never happened.
I don't think you can.
I like this exchange too.
Of course there's conflict in me. I'm not blind. I know what the Empire is capable of, but what else is there?
A choice?
The rebellion?
No. A choice to be better.
I love that.
May the Force be with you.
The idea that he's not saying I'm trying to recruit you. This isn't about sides. It's doing good or not. It's being honorable or not. It's being a good man or not. Serving life or not.
Back, Agent Miko.
I love that.
The Admiral needs us to extract an Imperial ally on my home world of Vardos. The target
Tying
is
into the
Protectorate
novel.
Gleb, a local official who once mentored both Agent Hask and myself.
In the novel.
I don't know how this connects to Operation Cinder, but I have to trust the Admiral. Make the jump to Vardos.
I also like their briefing room, how it's all color coordinated with their armor and stuff. So now, was that Vardos we were seeing? It could very well be, I guess. The novel is a separate thing. The Inferno Squad novel takes place from the end of A New Hope until a matter of months afterwards.
Moff Wraith
Totally different story.
For Operation Cinder.
Same characters and one more.
But he wouldn't tell us the target.
Because the target is my home, you mother...
Now I know why.
Admiral, we are arming the cliches now. We are arming the cliches now. We have two big cliches that were already revealed in the trailer, ready to go, ready to fire on your order.
Excellent. I did not call for you, Commander Versio.
Vardos is our target?
One of them, yes.
Why? The entire planet and its people, they're loyal to the Empire.
The Emperor commands it. We'll purge this planet and others. Fear shall spread, and the galaxy will remember who is in control.
This is our home.
The Empire is our home, and we will do as the Emperor commands.
I don't take orders from dead men.
You take orders from me!
Cliche active. Cliche has hit home, sir. Cliche has arrived.
Activate the satellites now.
Lower level insubordination, wanting to do the right thing in the face of something that's seen as wrong. I'm the one who gives you your orders. Type of exchange.
Immediately. Recover Protectorate Gleb. She is your only target. That is all. That is all.
And that looked weird before I turned off the processing that my TV does to try to give you fake surround sound. Now that I have an actual 5.1 system, I hadn't turned it off, so it's that is all.
Tell him I need to speak to him immediately.
Yeah, Hask was always more in keeping with what you wanted in a child than she was, you dick. Again, having read the story. How long is a story campaign supposed to be? Are you talking about length in gameplay or length in time period that it covers? I'm not. I don't see Guardians of the Galaxy as a hybrid of Star Wars. It's another space fantasy kind of romp. If Thrawn survives post-return of the Jedi, do you think Palpatine should send a Sentinel to him? And what do you think his mission should be? I think he should, because he needs Thrawn. Gameplay, I want to say they said it's probably 7 to 8 hours. Epic. AJL, you're welcome. Setting foot back on her homework. The tension between her and her father in this is extra... Let me pause it because I don't want to lose part of the story. It's extra grating and kind of impactful, I think, because of the way things were left at the end of the Inferno Squad novel. It's been a matter of years since then, but there's something that happens late in the novel that shows a little more humanity for Garrick Versio than we've gotten here. And it's sort of like he lets his guard down for a moment, and you would have hoped that after the novel he would have kept that guard down, but no, apparently his dickishness is back in full force by the time of the Battle of Endor and shortly thereafter. So, thank you, Jay. I'm good. They'd said I should have some soreness in my neck by today, and I actually don't. I seem like I'm fine. My throat is still sore. I've actually, since I was going to do live stream, I used some Chloraseptic, so it kind of numbs my throat so I don't feel the fact that it's still raspy from going, ah! Marty McFly flying into the barn style when the lady smashed into my car last night. Okay, I wanted to answer that kind of off to the side here because they're going to talk as they're walking, and it's again indicative of characterization, and they do this really well with banter and conversations in the way this game is written. So not all the story is being pushed through by cutscenes. In fact, those who watch just the cutscenes on, say, YouTube all strung together are actually missing out on some important character beats. So watching the actual gameplay, or actually playing the game, is more of a rewarding kind of experience, I think.
We'll find Protectorate Gleb in the archive. Follow me.
Do you still remember your way, Commander?
I don't forget so easily, Agent.
Why are you already being an ass, Hask?
I've never seen anything like it. The locals
Yeah,
must be
it's those
terrified.
things, just like in Shattered Empire.
Just the beginning. When people see what we've done here, that terror will spread throughout the galaxy. I'm just surprised we aren't evacuating civilians. Civilians are expendable. Our people will evacuate first.
These are our people.
This is an Imperial world. A place we're supposed to protect.
So Del has a sense of honor, Iden has a sense of honor, not so much with Gideon. And again, we sort of see that at the end of the novel. I don't want to spoil the novel much, in case you haven't read it, especially since it's a new variant cover version of it is being released this week, so for some it'll be a brand new thing to read. Thank you very much. And I love you can go next to each of these and actually hear their conversations. Like this guy's trying to bribe. This guy's over here. Move! 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 Ah! Stop touching me there! Move! Fine. Dick. Again, the lighting is great. Now, here's the thing. I'm playing this on a PlayStation 4 Pro on a 4K television, which means I'm getting 4K, but I have a PlayStation VR hooked up, which means that because of the pass-through box, I'm not getting HDR. I cannot wait to see what this looks like with HDR active. My plan is, I've actually just gone on Amazon earlier today, and I pre-ordered, because none of the local places seem like they're going to have it, I pre-ordered the Skyrim PSVR bundle that has the updated PSVR, which includes a different processor box that allows HDR pass-through. I cannot wait to see a level like this with HDR. It's going to be gorgeous. And it's already really nice looking, but with high dynamic range, mwah!
We've put our troopers in harm's way as well.
Let's see. What do you think of Blade Runner? I haven't seen Blade Runner yet. I'm going to see it, but I haven't seen it.
But Gleb deserves an early evacuation, does she?
Gleb oversees the future Imperial Leaders School here. She crafts loyal...
Gleb is an asshat. You know Gleb is an asshat.
Like me.
Have I seen Pablo's book collection on Twitter?
Loyal to the Empire.
I keep being asked to show my collection again but I haven't done a new video in a while.
None of this looks good to me. Vardos was our home, Ask.
The Empire is our home.
Gee, who'd you learn that from?
We are worthy of what it will become.
You sound like my father.
Maybe that's because I listen to the Admiral's orders.
Don't forget the chain of command, Agent.
Oh, here we go.
Go ahead, Commander.
We almost had a cliche happen there. Woo! Thank goodness we didn't.
I did Versio. The Admiral sent you. I knew I was important, but to risk his own daughter's life.
Target acquired. Get a move on, Gleb.
But she is giving me orders now. Precious.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Look, he is with me. The others will stay here. They are not important. Come.
We are arming cliche number 2, sir. We are arming cliche number 2.
We have a ship on landing bay 2. You'll be safe there. Go. Go now. Go! Whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you doing? No, no, stop! Stop! This is not our mission.
Stand down.
Almost a cliche. Almost. Almost. She said stand down, but it wasn't a full-blown yelly kind of thing.
Commander, stand down!
Cliche has been delivered, sir. Both were on target.
We are to recover the Protectorate Gleb alone. Things have changed. Look around you, man. Do you even recognize the Empire anymore?
Please don't do this.
The
Just don't do
Empire's
this.
job is to save civilians from things like Operation Cinder.
This is the new Empire. If this is the new Empire,
It's been
I
like
want
weeks,
no
man.
part of it. I'm taking the orders of my commanding officer.
Are these your orders? Are these your orders? Because if they are, this is treason.
I do like at least how this scene is handled. He doesn't just say, this is treason, to do it. He doesn't want to do this, but he's fiercely loyal to Versio and his vision of the Empire. He's always been the more hard line of the three.
Lower your weapon.
Defiance will be the death of him.
And that kind of line... Again, except for the cliches, it is a very well-written story, and the dialogue really has some punch to it at times, especially if you've read the
Commander Versio
book.
and Agent Miko have abandoned the mission. They've committed treason. I'm sorry.
Understood. Return Gleb to me. That is your mission. I will take care of the traitors.
Okay, then. And we just got a glimpse of the Iden Versio without helmet character model there.
Other side of the plaza. That's our way out.
If I could see her face, she wouldn't be moving her lips.
Hold your fire. If they spot us, we're in trouble.
Again, some of the dialogue here I really enjoy. And it'd be nice if you could play this entire mission stealthily, but it doesn't seem that you can.
They don't see us.
Let's keep it that way.
You can do most of it stealthily.
Storm is picking up.
We need to get off this planet.
Well, then I guess it's a good thing that we're wearing armor made for storm troopers, isn't it, Del?
We got lucky. Come on, into the passageway. You're up. We have to reach the Corvus and get out of Imperial space. It's our only chance.
You can fight your way through this, by the way.
Down before we can leave.
Then we need to take down the anti-air cannons.
This is very bad.
Keep it together, Agent Miko. We have civilians on the Corvus relying on us.
We don't have Imperial comms anymore. The Corvus won't even know we're coming.
We'll figure it out.
Okay, here we go. Nothing. And, oh, how about that? Slice it. Get to slice it! Let's just see that the guys are starting to walk down the hallway. Shit, they're already walking down the hallway? They must be cued to those people running away. Shit! Alright, I'll fight them. Last night I was able to get all the way to... I'll show you where the place was I was able to get to last night completely stealthily. And there's a point at which, because you do it stealthily, there's some line that Del says about how it was classy or it was honorable of her not to kill everyone. Yeah, right there.
Sentenced to death. We protect ourselves or we die.
Instead of that exchange right there, it says something along the lines of they were just doing their jobs, or we don't have to kill everyone, or something like that. And again, contextual dialogue. Nice to see contextual dialogue in a game. All right, what do I want to switch to? Flash grenade might actually be helpful if I was going to completely do stealth. But I'm going to go back to my standbys. Heal must come in a later mission than I've played after Jakku. Why do you have to go back to Jakku? Let's see. I said earlier, I got the 2 Spaceballs DVD 2001 in the product production notes in the 2000. Cool. Those are the ones to get because now you basically own every Spaceballs, every single Spaceballs DVD pretty much, because they will all be reissues of the 2006, which changes the label on the one from 2000, and then after that, I mean, it's all exact same thing.
Show me threats.
Show me threats. Show me sweet little threats. Show me threats, baby. Show me threats. Since I'm not trying to go stealthy, I love the stealth takedown stuff. Oh, I figured that guy would have noticed. He apparently didn't. That says Master of Deception.
They're shooting at something.
Escaping ships. We're not the only ones searching for safety. Slice this.
Slice it. If anybody didn't get the get to slicin' joke a moment ago, it was off of Get to Splicin' from G.I. Joe the movie.
Understood.
Wait for my mark.
With Big Lob makes his move. It was basically here. I couldn't figure out how to get out of this area because of the way that the troopers patrol stealthily without actually killing someone. I was trying to do it stealthily and without killing. It was the without killing thing that got me.
Slice that.
Well, okay.
Lots of troopers up here.
Walkers deploy troopers in this area.
Yep.
Maintain cover. We're gonna steal an AT-AT.
It would have been really cool if during this segment, after having said that, if they were like, but you know, Commander, I thought it was pronounced at. All right. We're not even gonna try for subtle. What? What? Your guy? Gee, what was that? He just got shot right in front of me. Wow. The observational skills of the Imperial Stormtroopers are not exactly to be commended. Send homeboy there, little droid off to take care of the dude up top.
Scan the area.
Scanning. Okay, so when an enemy is coming at you, that's when the little reticle, the little thing around the reticle shows up, and it will go, it'll be white if they can't see you, or if they don't know you're there, it goes red if they're alerted to you. Anybody else will negotiate? Which has become kind of one of my taglines while I'm playing the online games. Or I'm playing shooters in general. From Fifth Element. Which is another one, just like Blade Runner, that you wouldn't expect given the age of the film would look good in 4K, but it does. Where is the guy shooting me from?
Looking for enemies.
Oh. Do it again. Na na na. Oh. Okay, it's an explosive barrel. I was about to say that answers the question about whether fascists recycle from earlier. Missed. Do it in the blue. All right, we're in a barrage.
Threat analysis.
This is why I like this gun. Except in some cases, it seems like it's just glancing off the armor. Yep, only once anamorphic, on DVD at least. The Blu-ray is.
There's the walker.
The cannons are strong enough to punch through the anti-air turbo lasers.
Exactly. And if we destroy the targeting dishes, we'll disable every AA in the sector.
Anybody else? Okay. What is taking Disney so long? Right now it's because Disney doesn't have the rights. It's that simple. They don't have the distribution rights to Lucas's original 6.
Commander, I've got the civilians you sent to the ship. Good. Lock down the Corvus. Agent Hask will send troopers to capture the Raider. Yes, Commander. I'm with you, no matter what they say. Careful.
What do they say? I'm with you no matter what they say. That's the Corvus crew member who is just as completely and utterly forgettable so far in this as in, you know, the novel.
I can't believe how far the Admiral is willing to go.
He's following his orders.
His orders aren't good enough.
Neither were ours. We need to get the civilians off Vardos.
Then what?
First, we get out of Imperial space. Then we come up with a plan.
Destroy the... There we go. No. Who is... You do only, by the way, have the one weapon on this AT-AT. You don't have the ability to use multiple. Unfortunately, your abilities are just empty. That's gonna be kind and just sit in front of me so I can shoot it. Just like its contemporary will later. Not that I can see with all the rain and smoke and shit. Stop shooting rockets at me, you plastoid armor-plated buttholes.
Targeting dish. If we destroy it, it will disable every turret in the sector.
Although covering your butthole in plastoid armor, from what I understand, is actually an effective deterrent in cases of Kevin Spacey.
We did it! Weapons in this sector.
Boom! Shake, shake, shake.
Get to the Corvus. We are leaving Vardos.
I'm bringing us as close as I can.
Marines, we are leaving! Thank you for parking right in front of me so I can blow you up. Appreciate it.
We have a barricade blocking our path.
Which is funny because you can't do that if you're flying a starfighter in one of the land battle modes. In fact, you fly so fast you're gonna run into shit.
We're almost out of this. Keep blasting it. We've got nowhere else to go. Well done, Commander.
All of a sudden, Del and Aiden have turned into Teal'c. I have nowhere to go. Which is both true in making fun of the line, but also kind of true conceptually, right? Very much like Teal'c after Children of the Gods.
Hurry, Commander!
The fact that I still remember the names of episodes of Stargate SG-1 after all this time, after not having seen it in years, is pretty surprising. Splat. That armor's too strong for blasters, but not for crazy-ass weird lightning and stuff.
Get everyone on board! Yes, Commander, but that lightning is shorting out our system. It might take some time.
Who else you got? Anybody else? Fine.
Scan.
Scan. What do I think of the Flash? So, it's alright so far, I guess. I still want to know if that's Brainiac. I think it's Brainiac. Those officers are the flight crew.
Stand your ground!
We're with you, Commander Versio.
Stand your ground! In Florida, it's the law!
Suppress those troopers!
Lessons learned from Trayvon Martin and George Zimmerman trial. Stand your ground! In Florida, it's the law. Damn!
Just fucking die!
Another unit inbound! We'll cover you!
And I'll cover you. That's right, Rent humor. We had a reference to the guy from Rent who's now on Discovery with the whole Kevin Spacey thing in the first stream. And now we have Rent humor with Jesse L. Martin, who is, of course, from The Flash now. So we have a nice bringing it, what the hell? Bringing it full circle here. See, now I'm going to have to watch Rent again soon. Dang it. I do prefer Hamilton to Rent, but Rent has some pretty awesome stuff in it, too. And Rent just got a reference, another CW reference. Josie and the Pussycats, or whatever she is, on Riverdale, just performed a song that was performed by one of the characters in Rent, who in the movie was played by a lady whose name I forget, who plays Claire in all the Marvel Netflix stuff. I don't know how I've suddenly forgotten her name, but that's fine. Go, 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 go! My hair! You shot my hair! Son of a bitch! I do not, JL. I think they probably will, JL. I would imagine so.
Admiral Versio. Agent Hask reporting. Mission accomplished, sir.
I've made it as far as the Battle of Jakku. I still have no idea what Gleb has to do with anything yet.
Congratulations, Commander Hask.
Well, at least he got a promotion. Otherwise, he might have fallen into drinking again. Oh, nope, nope. Different character, same guy. He also played Dresden on the Dresden Files. Harry Dresden. Harry Dresden is awesome in the novels, not so much on the TV show.
We're not completely alone. Some of the crew stayed with us. Protected the refugees against those who wouldn't.
How are they?
Shaken.
Not stirred.
But safe.
with the robot.
Just want to know what's next.
We have to warn people.
Who? The rebels? They're just gonna toss us in Sunspot prison before we
Reference to the Marvel Star Wars series.
That's why I think you
the
should
Rebel
just take
jail
the
arc.
Corvus and go. Leave me a TIE fighter. I'll set off a distress call. Wait for the rebels to find me.
You really think I'm gonna let you just float out here alone? Del. We're Inferno Squad. You and me.
Yeah, bruh. Screw Hask. And that other character that was in the novel.
This is Iden Versio of the Imperial Raider Corvus. Sending a general distress call to the Rebel Alliance.
He was in the prologue.
We surrender.
What?
Contact the general.
What? Unfortunately, that is not Gar Stasi.
So you thought it was a trap?
Lando!
But brought them on board anyway?
You're always telling me.
Actual Billy D. Williams!
Seemed like the most irresponsible thing I could do.
That a boy.
He looks a little off to me, but I'm not quite sure why. There's something about I think it's around his mustache.
I'm General Lando Calrissian. You must be the Imperial defectors I've heard so much about.
General, we've already told your people everything we know.
Let's take a walk.
Okay.
Okay.
What is this?
A bad idea.
Shriv.
Settle a bet. Shriv thinks you're Imperial spies.
Nope.
What do you think?
I think you're scared, running for your lives.
Yep.
Listen, you gave us good intel on Operation Cinder. In return, I've got 2 starfighters just for you.
Really?
Wait, you're letting us leave?
That's right. Start a new life. Find somewhere safe.
There's a catch.
Somewhere you can track us?
We're too busy for that.
We're not important? What a blow to our ego.
We just got word that Operation Cinder is headed to Naboo.
Shattered Empire.
You have to stop it.
I think we can handle it.
You're wrong. The Empire's changing, and so are its tactics.
If that's the case, why not come with us? Help save Naboo.
We're not here to join your rebellion.
No one's asking you to.
This is a one-time deal. You can leave right now, or you can help stop us.
Right.
You really trust us to fight beside you?
What can I say? I'm a big believer in second chances.
As a product
Come
of
on,
one.
I'll show you to your ships.
We don't even know how to fly X-Wings.
Should be easy for Special Forces.
What's the alternative, Iden?
So, what's it going to be?
What's it gonna be, baby? What's it gonna be? Yes, 2 Mr. Big references in one stream. Bet you never thought when you saw that shot in the previous stuff it was gonna be Iden flying that X-Wing.
All fighters, begin your attack.
Lando, your timing couldn't be better.
Leia!
This is Princess Leia Organa. Form up on my position.
Lando, protect the princess. We'll destroy those Cinder satellites.
I'm right behind you.
Oh, I'm sure you are.
Get off of her,
Either
you.
if you try something, I'll shoot you down myself.
You really think you could?
They don't call me Danger Leader for nothing.
Danger Leader. Not Dagger Leader, but
Heat
Danger
signature
Leader.
under the central satellites.
That should be the thermal power core.
Then that's where we focus our firepower. There's a turret on some of these satellites.
Boom!
Second
Next.
satellite is down.
How's about a proton torpedo up your way? Whee! Booyah! Next.
This is Danger 5, satellite down.
We have a lot more to go. Get moving!
faster we take out these satellites, the sooner Thief will be safe.
Copy that, Princess. Danger 5, Danger 6. Don't forget you're shooting TIE fighters now.
Acknowledge.
Unfortunately, little known fact that Danger Squadron was actually founded by Anthony Weiner in his Carlos Danger persona. Danger! Sorry. Again, way too many pop cultural references that nobody else will get but me. Woo!
Naboo is one step closer to safety.
Doing our best.
Yeah!
Another satellite down. We're almost done.
Dang it, there's more of them.
And then you're gone for good, right? Right. Once we clear out those satellites, our capital ship can broadside that destroyer. You know what to do.
Yes, we do. Now these are all carrying little weapon emplacement things, so you can destroy them too.
Destroy the defensive systems first.
Copy that.
Yeah, destroy the defensive system first. Why? You don't actually need to. I can just smoke the hell out of these bad boys and be out of here.
Copy that, squad leader.
Whoa!
Satellite down.
Sector's looking good.
And we whip back around and ba-ba-da. Whoa!
All right. Think you'll stick around?
Dang it, I wasn't
We're here to stop Cinder and then
planning on having to do multiple sweeps around this one. There we go.
Do we have any satellites left?
Nope.
I'll handle the last of them. You take care of that Star Destroyer.
Key reinforcements are here. Y-wing bombers. Keep them safe.
I failed this a couple of times, running into stuff.
Hey, you don't give orders here. Oh, then Sweeney do. Focus fire on that Star Destroyer's shield array.
Wah, wah.
Bombers. Intercept them. Moving into support. Let's help them out.
Yeah. Problem is that you really gotta, it's more like you gotta stay near the bombers and destroy those guys. Just destroying them doesn't seem like it makes enough of a difference. Which is what I learned the first time. You can't just destroy whatever ones show up. You need to destroy the ones that are actively attacking the Y-Wings. Which is cool. I mean, it makes logical game sense.
Once the shields are down, the restoration will finish the job. What? Our capital ship. It can't stand up to a destroyer on its own.
But it can finish the job with our help.
It's called the Restoration because we want to restore the Republic. It's not like a refurbished ship. We're not GameStop. We don't refurbish shit and then just, like, pass it off as if it's new. Come on, there we are. I'm better than last night. I haven't run into the Star Destroyer by accident yet.
TIE fighters inbound. Let's take them down.
Incoming! Here we go. Okay, who's next? There's another one over here. Okay.
Heads up! Enemy ships closing in on us.
I much prefer this third-person point of view than in the cockpit unless I'm playing VR. Which I know I've said like a bajillion times when playing other flying segments of Star Wars games, but hey. Whoa! I should probably be closer to the Y-Wings to protect them better, but, you know. And where's the areas? And another one. And another one. And another one. It does get a little bit monotonous after a while. while you're waiting for them to take out the shields. Back with the Y-Wings! Which I was just destroying in an earlier mission. Uh-oh! There you are. Hello! Hate it when they're underneath the Star Destroyer. Then I gotta be careful not to run into the Star Destroyer while I'm trying to get to them.
They're destroying our Y-Wings. We need to defend them.
Yeah, I fucking know, son. Gotta get back to the Y-Wings and actually protect them more. Come on, Y-Wing. Take out the other one. Let's go. Take it out. I'm assuming it's a certain number of passes that the Y-Wings have to make. There we go. The other shield generator is destroyed.
Good work. Our Y-Wings finished their bombing run.
You're freaking welcome.
Clear to attack. Everyone else, pull back.
That's
not good.
Sorry, we're not looking at the same burning Star Destroyer?
Imperial protocol is to jump away to a safe location.
Those ships are headed straight for Theed. They're gonna attack the city.
Everyone get to Theed as quickly as you can. We may have the means to stop this.
Now, if I remember correctly, isn't Leia in one of the in-1 starfighters at that point? Just then? Thoughts on Tom Welling being Superman again? Tom Welling was awesome in Smallville. He would have made an awesome Superman early on. I'm not sure if he is in a position to be Superman again now that he's on Lucifer, just based on the look he's got going on right now. I don't know.
Danger, leader.
Danger!
4 of us will have to do. Anyone know your way around machines?
I do.
You're with me. Theed has a defense system. Something we can use to stop the Empire. But the storm has damaged power relays across the city.
This Leia voice works.
Repaired, we can't activate anything. Split up. Repair the relays. When you're done, regroup at the palace. Got it?
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah. And now you get to play as Leia for a little bit.
What's your name, soldier?
Del Nico.
Del. Imperial reinforcements are converging on this sector. We can stop them, but I need you to reactivate those relays.
Yes, Mom.
Secure the area. We need this location safe.
Go. She can't zoom in either because she has a secondary fire.
Stay close. I'll keep us safe.
Oh yeah, what are her abilities? She's got a flash grenade, rapid fire, and squad shield. She'll need the squad shield here as part of the story requirements.
I need pressure on those troopers.
I shot you in the booty.
That'll buy us some time. Del, can you fix the relay?
I used to be an engineer on capital ships, so it should be.
You act like I don't know your Inferno Squad and you've been being an engineer
Yes,
on Star Destroyers. Here you go. Starting up the shield.
We just got a relay back up and running.
Well, I did.
Yeah, she only got the power.
Stormtroopers. Moving to the second relay.
Good recast for Leia? Depends on when they're trying to make it. I happen to be in agreement so far that the girl who plays 11 on Stranger Things is pretty much a dead ringer for a young Leia, but will she retain that as she gets older?
Don't let your guard down.
Riot Trooper mother. shield is still up and the shield is stronger.
Protect Del.
But I think here's the thing. I've only seen the 1 or 2 images of what's his name as the new Han Solo. But damn, he does not look like Han Solo to me. So if they can recast Harrison Ford with that guy, they could recast Carrie Fisher with like Megan Fox and claim that it is a perfect fit. Not so much, no. Uh-oh. Sorry, buddy. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Whee! Go ahead, like this. I think Lucifer's pretty good. My wife likes it more than I do. But we enjoy it.
Work. On to the next one.
Never read the original comics though, so.
So the relays provide power to the entire city.
Yep.
That's right. Until we get the grid functional again, Theed won't be able to stop the Empire.
That sucks.
I think that's the wrong way. Moving to engage!
Moving to engage! Moving to engage! Will you marry me? Will you marry me? Will you marry me?
Affirmative, Your Highness. Gotta take cover.
Ah! Call down that bombering run. Meow. Boom, mother. It really does feel like you're taking part in larger battles, though. It's like there are pieces that are still going on elsewhere, and you are just part of the flow of the battle with your own objectives that you need to get done. The world feels fleshed out. And there's not fucking birds everywhere. John Woo has left the freaking building.
I'm glad somebody does.
I'm glad somebody does. Go, 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 Leia, go, Leia, go, go, Leia, go, Leia, go, 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 go. Imperials, you better run and hide because one day you might not slide, so choose your weapon, don't slip, vanillas in control with a flexible mic grip. Wait, no. It's not Ninja Rap or Leia Rap. In fact, it's neither because that's just lame, but still. Gotta get to the relay and kill the Stormtrooper. Ah, mother... Hello, mate. And...
Princess, bad news.
Pew.
Been down by a scout walker.
We can't make it back to your position.
Keep them busy and stay alive. You'll be safe once we set off the ion pulse.
Copy that, Princess.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
Okay. Her other... I guess I haven't even used her other one, which is that. But it changes your accuracy greatly. Not your you know what I mean, like where how much sway they allow the reticle to have. Oh, mind the gap, get in there. Oh.
Wait. This should work.
Uh-oh. Here, Del.
Get inside.
That's what she said. No, you don't. You got a freaking shield. Ain't nobody gonna hurt you. Oh, sorry. A little bit of friendly fire there. It's all right. Friendly fire like that fart wedding in Escape from Vajra, am I right? Let's go, and don't forget the droids. We're on our way. Wait, dang it, it's that same music cue again.
What's your status?
Relay is online.
Great. Everyone to the palace. Del's going to get inside and detonate an ion pulse.
Excuse me?
Like Dell's,
The Queen took precautions before the Clone Wars
what?
to keep Naboo safe from future invasions. An ion pulse that would disable any threat outside the palace.
Mother.
Not if we're in the palace. Imperial forces are headed for the palace. Hold the line as long as you can.
Oh. Leia's putting that sharpshooting that she trained in during Leia, Princess of Alderaan, to the test. Oh!
We just need to buy time.
All right, now you need to get the hell out of there. You need to create yourself a space you can fall back to like that. Yeah, the fall back is a requirement of the level, by the way. But it's kind of amusing that they put it in the allies remaining thing up at the top. So you have that sort of connection to the regular Battlefront gameplay. She needs to grab something like a missile launcher or something.
Right on top of us.
I forget if there is one.
Butler, get down. All rebel infantry on our position. Protect the palace.
Protect the palace. Meow.
Get in.
Again, that's what she says.
Everyone fall back.
Fall back. Fall back.
Dell, how's it going in there?
Working on it. The security protocols are surprisingly complex and outdated.
We'll buy the time. It won't be much.
Don't worry, Princess.
Why did it take 7 to 9 so long? Because Lucas supposedly wasn't ever going to do one. I said I would only ever not do it, not that somebody else couldn't. Right? I love these riot troopers that are just like, ah, and then they die.
Don't let them get up these stairs. Keep them away from the gates and don't stop firing.
Already up the stairs. Whee!
Princess, the pulse is almost ready.
Good, because we're running out of places to take cover. Del, now would be a very good time.
I'm ready, Your Highness.
Everybody inside!
Got so many troopers on our position.
This walker is too much. Beginning detonation sequence.
Get inside the palace.
There we go. And there it is. Non-lethal, but completely kicks the Empire's butt. And that is some BS flying by that X-Wing. I think that X-Wing pilot really should be dead. I'm just saying. Whoa! Oh, it didn't kill Iden, but it somehow smacked the droid. The Force works in mysterious ways? Maybe?
Okay. We surrender.
Tickets for what? The Last Jedi? I've got my Last Jedi tickets.
I think we just won.
Nothing gets past you.
Oh, hello, Your Highness.
Good work out there. But I'd expect nothing less from Inferno Squad.
So you've spoken to General Calrissian.
You've done a lot of damage to this alliance.
Yes, we have, ma'am. And there's no excuse for it.
And to that
Watching you
jumpsuit,
fight
because that is the
today,
most...
It's clear you're not just running from the Empire. This means something to you.
It does. We've been fighting our whole lives.
The others were
It's
inside
taken us
beta.
too long
It's
to
shielded.
realize that we were fighting for the wrong side. This war is far from over. We would like to help you, if you'll let us.
People like you, the reason hope can prevail. Hope is the reason we're going to win.
We know. Hope, 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 hope.
Thank you, ma'am.
At least she says New Republic. Okay, so I'll let this take us to the start of the action on the next thing, but I'm going to stop it whenever the next action starts. But have some brief comments before I wrap up this stream about the turn that just happened.
Senator Organa, it's been a while.
Building a republic is busy work.
So is chasing after an Imperial fleet.
It's about to get busier, Commander. I need a favor. One of our generals has gone missing. I tracked him to Takodana, but he isn't answering his call. I need you to find Han Solo.
Oh, you want me to go hunt down your man for you because you done lost him. And if he's on Takodana, it's not Han Solo, it's Han Solo. Not sure who they have doing the voice of Maz. She sounds almost right, but just sounds a little bit off, and I can't tell if it's just because it's not lines that we're used to, or if it's actually somebody else doing the voice. Because, I mean, they got the original voice actresses to come back for certain characters and actors for certain characters.
Hey,
I'm just not sure about Maz.
Pour me another Park Kellen Sling.
Ready for a crime against nature?
Come on. You know
Oh, that beard! Oh, that beard!
You're good for anything. Where's my Wookiee?
Chewie's working on the Falcon. Long-range communicator took a hit back on Joe Mark.
Joe Mark, nice Legends reference. I don't know that we've actually seen Joe Mark in canon yet. I may be wrong. We may have, but
up to something. Spit it out. You know all business goes through me.
I'm meeting an Imperial turncoat. Says he can help us free the Wookiees back on Kashyyyk. You seen him?
I swear, if you bring the
I love her
Empire
reaction.
to my doorstep,
You know I always cover my tracks. Come on now. Help me out. Help Chewie.
their interactions are awesome.
I don't know your man, but it is late, and you may find that this crowd is talkative.
Now she is refilled your drink and everything. So now take one quick swig, and now it's somehow all gone. Awesome.
Thanks, Maz.
This is the last of the drink, I guess, that he hadn't paid for
You
yet.
owe me more than that, Han Solo. And don't you forget it.
That almost looks like he was wanting to give her the finger, but it just sort of I got you. It's all good. Okay, so we're going to call it here. It looks like, I'm going to double check, but it looks like, yep. Looks like my wife has decided she is going to go and do the plans that she missed last night because of my accident. So I will probably cut it, eat, and come back and stream again with some more of the story content, since that seems to be what folks are most interested in. It is 7:42 Eastern now. I would expect to be back streaming again by 9 Eastern, more than likely. But you might keep it up just to see, because I don't know when in between now and 9 I'd be back. But I definitely need to probably eat something. All right, so here's the thing. Here's my thought. Aside, leaving the Han Solo stuff out of this, how was this game billed? How was the story billed? Not B-U-I-L-D, B-I-L-L-E-D. How was it sold to us? It was sold to us as it's going to be a Star Wars story set in the new canon, which is true, about Inferno Squad, which is true. And I'm actually really enjoying the story. But they told us this was going to be something that will bridge across the events from Return of the Jedi to The Force Awakens. Now, I'm a bit past this in my playing. I'm already at the Battle of Jakku. There's not a ton, it seems, of the game left. So unless there's some big time jumps that are going to happen in the later chapters of the game, I don't see how this fits that. It's like all those Journey to The Force Awakens books that only go a little bit after Return of the Jedi and never get anywhere near The Force Awakens and barely tie into it. So yes, I'm kind of surprised to find that this thing is not more spaced out, that more time isn't elapsing in the stuff that we're seeing. I mean, I like it, like I said, but still. And then what was the other thing? This is going to be so awesome, right? Because for the first time really since TIE Fighter, we're going to get to be able to play a game where we got the Imperial point of view. It's the never-before-seen Imperial point of view. How does the Empire deal with this aftermath between the two films? And we're going to follow this Imperial team. And they stayed an Imperial team for what? The first third of the fucking game? And now, exactly like anyone would have expected of any game like this, except perhaps one that is flat out being billed as an Imperial story, here they are already part of the New Republic. We could have seen that coming miles away in any other story. We could have seen it coming miles away in any other game. But if that's the story you're planning to tell, do not sell this to us as if this is going to be an all Imperial all the time. We're going to follow the Imperial side through the entire story thing, because that is feeding us a line of bullshit. So, good story, not what we were sold. Not what we were told it was going to be. Not what we were told it to expect. And I'm curious. I haven't been watching or checking out reviews of Battlefront. I've been more playing it. But I'm very curious if we're going to see reviews that take that into account and are honest with this question of how did they sell it versus what did it turn out to be, because they are different things. It is very much kind of a bait and switch sort of thing. It is not the story they told us about. Again, it's a good story. I like it. I like the characters. I love the interactions. The way the dialogue is written, it is great fun. But it is not what we were told it was going to be. It does not cover the time span, it seems, because I still have a couple chapters left. It does not seem to be the time span we were told it was. At least not the duration we were told it was. It's in the same window, but not the same duration. And it's not an Imperial story. At least not all the way through. All right, so for what it's worth, for those who are curious, so for Aiden, your cards are here, but you notice they are different than the ones that are inside the campaign. So these are not going to be magically unlocked by the campaign if you're going to play with Aiden as a reinforcement. Also, I would note you don't see it here because I've already done it, because I was replaying missions I'd already done. But if you go to campaign, each mission has a challenge. Actually, two challenges, generally. You've got one that's basically just finish it, and the other one is find all the collectibles in it, which I haven't even really been looking for. So, here we are. We've gotten through royalty on the stream. In my gameplay, I've gotten through the end of Cash Grab, C-A-C-H-E. I have basically 3 missions left to go. Is that really going to take us all the way up until The Force Awakens? Because that's the Battle of Jakku, and we're only a year out in a 30-year gap. Until Ashes, Discoveries, don't know. I don't see that happening. And then, of course, you got the ones that are just for finding stuff. But what'll happen, I didn't even show you that. Notice the challenges all have some type of reward to it. Some of the missions are just like credits and such, but then others are like Discoveries here, or Royalty, or General Distress. And what happens basically is whatever mission it is where you play for at least part of that mission as one of the heroes other than Aiden, where you're playing as Lando or Luke or Han or whatever, at the end of that mission, you get rewarded with a crate. And when you go and open the crate, it's got, I want to say it generally has, it's got something for one of the classes, and so far each one has been a different class that it has something for, I believe. It has another thing that I think is either credits or crafting parts. But the important thing is that you get a card for that specific hero. You get a star card that I'm assuming is predetermined for that specific hero. So, for instance, when I finished that Leia one, that gave me, I don't have her unlocked yet, but finishing the Leia one gave me Relentless Firing. And in each case, they are, I guess it'd be uncommon, they're a 2-marker thing. Right, the 2 out of 2 out of 4 different levels of that particular ability. So playing the campaign is going to give you some cards that you can use to play in the main game. Playing through the campaign is going to give you some credits and stuff like that as you're completing things. But the star cards that you are using in the campaign for Aiden do not appear to transfer over because they're just different abilities. But the ones that you've got for for the other characters that you get out of those crates that come from reaching those milestones, yeah, those you get to hang on to. So, okay, so again, it is old man sound. It is 7:49 Eastern time. I will plan on jumping back on again sometime 9 o'clock p.m. or before, so about an hour and 10 minutes or earlier, because I just want to eat something and take a break for a moment. Then we'll jump back in and knock out some more of the story for you to see. In fact, it may be possible for us to get to the point where by the time I finish streaming tonight, since it'll be a little while probably, it's very possible that we may get to a point where I'll be able to show some of the missions that I haven't hit yet. And jail, not 10, an hour and 10 as the maximum. So it's 7:50 now. 9 o'clock is the target. 9 o'clock or before. All right. Thank you for watching, guys. Again, you can find my Star Wars Timeline Gold, the most comprehensive Star Wars chronology available anywhere at StarWarsFanWars.com/timeline if you're interested in canon and whatnot, and a summary of the Inferno Squad book and such. Star Wars Gaming Podcast I'm involved with is Cloud City Casino with Michael Morris. I'm also involved with the Star Wars books and comics and other stories type of podcast with Mark Hurleman. We are both of those podcasts, Cloud City Casino and Star Wars Beyond the Films, are both at StarWarsReport.com. You can also find my Patreon at patreon.com/Nathan P. Butler, where you can find some exclusive content like audio commentaries for the Clone Wars and eventually Forces of Destiny and Rebels and stuff like that. Exclusive Q&As you can get access to depending on your tier. And then, of course, the YouTube channel, which you're probably watching this on right now, has stuff like From the Star Wars Home Video Library and all. So I'll be back in an hour and 9 minutes or less with more story streaming for Battlefront 2. Thanks for watching.